Hi, my name is Tara, and today is Friday, January 16th, 2026. I did go ahead and choose a card of the day as well as an affirmation card for us to give us some guidance and direction today. So, the affirmation card that I have is today I am glowing. Today I have huge amounts of energy and focus to take on any challenge. You know, a lot of times we feel depleted of energy. We feel like we can't get to the task. We can't do what is required of us, that we just need a break, and that's okay. But this card today is affirming to us that we can get through whatever we need to. We can take on any challenges that are presented to us and coming our way. So take that and run with it today. It is Friday, the day before we go into this so-called weekend. It's just the beginning of my week. Today is my Monday. Okay. The card of the day that I chose was from the Doreen Virtue Past Life Oracle deck. And I chose that deck to kind of integrate an energy of what we've lived through before to where we are now. And the card that came out of the deck was biblical. This is really about a moral memory to modern embodiment type of thing, and integrity over guilt, a law and order over deferred chaos, and ownership of your shame, fear, punishment, etc. The Bible is one of the oldest psychological, moral, karmic case studies that we have, and there are a lot of patterns that our soul has lived before that we're continuing to go through in this lifetime. And that is as a collective. That is not just for one person, but that is as a collective. So this card presents to us and points to the fact that our soul lived under structure, moral codes, vows, oaths, divine law, the time of persecutions and the time of kings and King Solomon, and just knowing what was best for the cumulative, the conscious, the divinity of everybody, and not just for one or two souls. There is a time to release that guilt, that shame, that fear, that needing to be a superhero, and allowing yourself to acclaim wisdom of your past lives and not reliving those wounds. Sometimes we think that we are speaking up and out against things that we don't necessarily believe in, and then we find out that what we're speaking up and out against actually has a whole nother meaning or aspect to it. And I'm very guilty of doing this. I do it on the regular, and it always winds up biting me in the rear end. But for example, I will go out of my way to assert myself and say something to somebody about how they have behaved or acted and how it has treaded on me. And then I find out that they did that because they were trying to protect my feelings, or they were trying to make it so that somebody else didn't come at me sideways and they were taking the blame, or because they thought that I was a nice person and I wasn't going to get upset that they took my space that I pay for and utilized it as their own, rather than coming to me and talking to me about their guilt, their shame, or their fear of how I was going to respond. They later on decided that they were going to talk negatively about me and the way that I responded to what they have done to offset me. So this card is not telling you what's right and wrong. It's telling you that sometimes we just have to let go of the feeling of reliving what we've already been through, what we've already done, especially those of us that walk in the spiritual path that have already gone through times of persecutions and what have you, we do not need to relive that. We need to make ourselves defer that chaos that we feel inside and break the patterns of the souls that we've lived before and find a better way. And I know that's a lot said in one small video, but again, this is a message for the cumulative, not for an individual. Take the message for what it's worth. If it resonates with you, great. Please leave a message. Let me know. And if not, that's okay too. Just go ahead and keep scrolling. We do have the new moon coming up on Sunday. It is the first new moon energy of 2026. So you are going to start to feel that empowerment, that embodiness. Make sure that when you're doing your manifestations for this new moon, you're setting intention to go throughout the course of the year. It has been fabulous talking to you this morning. In light and love always. I will talk to you soon. Stay spiritual, my friends.